All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Cop Vibe TV. This is Good Vibes. This is a new channel. So I'll love everyone that watches it to comment, to like, to subscribe, share the video. I want us to interact so you can share your opinions. You can follow my social media platform on Cop Vibe TV, both on YouTube and Twitter for now, or X for now. So today we're just going to talk about Manchester United's problem and what I think is the problem for Manchester United because it's been a problem for a while now, but they've not tackled the problem. That's what I feel. I feel like I'm not a Manchester United fan. I just love this type of the jersey. That's why I'm wearing it. But I feel like they've never tackled the problem. So let's start with their current form. Their current form is bad, and it has to do with a lot of factors, right? Manchester United is in a change phase where they need a change. They need to change the entirety of the whole club. The owners, the players needs to go. Like that is where they are. So they're in a phase whereby they need to change. They absolutely need to change everything, right? The current form now is a team that is trying to figure out how to play together and what they are playing for. So they have an identity crisis. That's the bottom down problem for Manchester United. They have an identity crisis, which is difficult to deal with if you don't know you have an identity crisis. But they don't, because they think they're Manchester United and they can do anything and it should fly. It doesn't happen like that. Football has come a long way. What I can say about that for now is why I think is an identity crisis. Let's look at this. When did Fergie leave Manchester United? I think Fergie left Manchester United in 2013. 2013. Now, Fergie had a style of play. Fergie had what Manchester United play that he can pick an academy player and then they'll pass through it. They had good academy because they had a style of play, they had a structure, right? Now, since Fergie left, Manchester United have had David Moyes, they've had Louis Van Gaal, they've had Mourinho, they have Ole, they've had they've had Ten Hag and Amorim. Now, all these are different coaches. All these are different coaches. Moyes was known for Everton as a defensive coach, which like they don't score much goals, but you're not scoring them, right? And he was the one Fergie selected to be appointed for Manchester United, which wasn't a bad choice. He just wasn't a Manchester United coach. Manchester United was too big for Moyes, so he couldn't handle the pressure, or he wasn't given time to handle the pressure. Now he went to West Ham, gave them their first European trophy. He's got sacked, which West Ham have been shit ever since. But that we're not talking about West Ham today. But they have an identity problem because of the people they select as their coaches. Manchester United do not want to accept that they are in a transition phase. So the transition has not started. I remember Rashford had an interview and then said, before any transition, they have to be the start of the transition. And everyone was going so mad at him like he said something wrong. He didn't say anything wrong. He said the truth. They are the players there. They go to training every day. You go there on a weekend. So they know what is in there. They know who they talk to, how they talk to them, how they're being treated. And everybody make it seem like they're the bad guys. Yeah, they're being paid a shit ton of money, which everyone, I will criticize them. But they see what goes on, you don't see. Now look at this. It just makes no sense that you have this many coaches after your best coach in England history, because Fergie is in England history left. You've not been able to figure out your type of play, your style of play, who you want in charge, and even with recruitment. So they have an identity problem. And it starts since Fergie left because the coaches they've elected to be in charge of the club does not suit the identity because they don't have one. You bring in Moyes, you bring Van Gaal who plays an attacking football but wants to retain the ball, right? And then you sack him. Because what? I don't know what the reason is. He plays bad, he wasn't winning. That's cool. You brought in Mourinho, who plays more defensive and probably scores one and defends the whole game. That's another problem because that's not what Manchester United fans want to see. They want to see a free flowing football with results. Mourinho came in, won trophies. Because look at that. If trophies is what you want, you'll win your trophies. But the style of play wasn't that style of play. It wasn't what Manchester United fans wanted. But the owners wanted the trophy to keep the fans at bay. Good. Mourinho did his thing, didn't like him anymore. Van Gaal came in. Same. Ole came in. Same. Ten Hag came in. 2 trophies. Same. Different style of play. Trying to build something. Wasn't given the time. Now Amorim has come in. Different style of play. And he's sticking to it. It's an identity problem. Before Manchester United can have any success, they need to squash everything they're doing. Everything. Let's compare Manchester United to Liverpool when Liverpool had an identity problem. Now, Liverpool was broke, horrible management, and like all the bad news until FSG came. FSG came and realized Liverpool had an identity problem, right? Since Fergie left, Liverpool had 3 managers. So Brendan Rodgers was taking charge. And look at the style of play of Brendan Rodgers. Attacking. But we're shit in defense, right? We're very, very shit in defense. Because we scored a lot of goals, but we could not defend to save our lives. So we lost the trophy based on defense. Now, they realize, oh, okay, this is the identity we want. We want to play an attacking football, a pressing football, but we're going to solve the defense. So who did they go out to pick? Klopp, who plays a crazy attacking football, but they did what? They solved the defense. So they identified the style they want to play, and then they play out through the whole academy. So under 12, 9, 15, 18, 21, everybody in that Liverpool football club plays the same way. Under 18 doesn't play different from under 21. Under 21 doesn't play different from the first team. They all play the same way. So if a kid from Liverpool Academy is picked from under 12 to 15, it's the same system. Different coaches. From 15 to 18, the same system. Different coaches. From 18 to 21, the same system. Different coaches. From 18 to the senior team. So they're being taught how to play football like how the senior team has been playing football. So when they come in, it's an easy transaction. They just go in and boom. They pick up like they're geniuses. No, they've been trained from infancy to play how the first team play football. That's Manchester United's problem. They treat homegrown players like shit. Liverpool do the contrary. A kid come through from Manchester United Academy, they praise him, and then when he has a shit, it's hell break loose. So the problem is an identity problem, and the fans are shit. Horrible fans. They can stick through for nothing. They want trophies, and then they bring the manager for trophies, and he plays shit, and now they're complaining. They want to play good and want trophies. Well, that doesn't work over 3 years. How long did Klopp take? Shit, our first 4 years was Jesus Christ. In fact, let me check the starting 11 for Klopp when he came. Let's check it. Hold on. Klopp's first starting 11. Jesus fucking Christ. Really? Look at this. Klopp's first starting 11 when he came to Liverpool. Mignolet was good but was shit. Skettel was out of touch. Nathaniel Klein could run all the way to the touchline and now remembers he has to cross the ball. Sacco, the less said the better. Moreno lost it. Chan thought he was a world class. Klopp made him a world class. He thought he was a world class and never been the same. Lucas Leiva, a legend. Jamie Simona, a legend. Adam Lallana, one of Klopp's best players ever. Origi and Felipe Coutinho. This was Klopp's 11. He got it from Brendan Rodgers. This was his first 11. This was Klopp's first 11. Let's see Klopp's living 11. Klopp's last starting 11. First, no. Klopp's last game. Why it's not giving me that? Right? Okay. It was a win over Wolves. So Liverpool Klopp's starting 11 versus Wolves. Okay, now look at this. Alisson Becker, Trent, Kwanzaa, Van Dijk, Robinson, Endo, Maka, Elliott, Salah, Gakpo, Diaz. What do you see? Changes over a long period of time. The first 4 years was shit, but Liverpool fans stick through it. We stick through it because we realize we have something going. We have a manager who has identified the club to play a certain way. That was it. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything that is something he can't do. He just identified the team to play a certain way, and the whole club followed it. Trent is an academy player that club brought in. He brought a lot of academy players. Shit, we won a Carabao Cup with Chelsea with academy boys. Because that's the same way they play in M21. So coming into the starting lineup, nothing is going to change. So the problem for Manchester United is they've not started a transition. Amorim isn't a bad coach. Manchester United don't have an identity, so they go around picking any coaches. Klopp left, and when Liverpool said, I'm not going to lie, I wanted us to pick Amorim because I love what he was doing in Sporting. But shit, let's tell you, I know nothing about football. Because the Sporting director watched out of play and said, no, if he comes in, that means we have to change the whole system. Time to change that. We don't have time to change that. So we are going to stick to a manager who plays the same way as Klopp, just tweak it a little bit, but play the same way as Klopp. Shit, when the ball came in, I said, what the fuck is this? Who is this manager? I didn't know him. But I went to find out. I watched a lot of Feyenoord game. Got a lot of reviews from him. And it's like, oh, he's that good. And he plays the same way. He like his too. So then I fully backed him. But if it was a Manchester United, they would say they don't know him, they don't like him. They want the famous coaches, the famous players. They don't want to build shit. So what Manchester United need to do is to trash the team and build it. Yesterday's game was horrible. If you went in with the under-21s, they might even play better. It was horrible because they don't have any identity. The League 4 team has an identity. They knew what they were playing for. They knew this was once in a moment opportunity to make the headlines. So they had an identity. They knew what was at stake. Manchester United players didn't know that. Everybody always, Bruno is this. No, it's a whole team. So instead of dismantling the team and building it from the ground up, they're trying to solve the problem in the problem. What happens when you try to solve a problem in the problem? You create more problems. So instead of Onana leaving, just let them go. Pay them off and go. Onana leaving, the second goalkeeper is shit. Just let him go. I don't know what Luke Shaw is still doing in Manchester United. 2025, Luke Shaw. The fuck? Come on now. So keepers go, left wingers go. Let them go. Build a team from the scratch. Dogo, amazing. Ahmed, amazing. Mbeumo, class. Cunha, class. I will sell Bruno. I will sell him. He's a toxic player. I will sell Bruno. Keep Kobe. And build the rest. Pick up hungry kids. Liverpool had a recruitment strategy. Look at all these players. The players who had something to prove. Luis Diaz had something to prove. It was easy for Klopp to sell something to him because he had something to prove. Endo, the same. Maka, the same. He had something to prove. He was a Brighton, nobody respected him. He had even won a World Cup, but still nobody respected him. They rated Enzo Fernandez over McAllister. Are you stupid? But yeah, Van Dijk had something to prove. Robinson, oh, his story is different. Had a lot on his shoulders. So Liverpool went for players who had something to prove. Who had that was the recruitment strategy backed by data. Manchester United just goes in and pick anyone. Why the fuck do you go in for Sesko to replace Rasmus Haaland? He's shit. You don't need another kid. You needed an experienced striker to give you goals in the meantime. Whilst you pick up the kid to steady the experienced striker. Oli Watkins. Oh, shit, now, yeah, he's 28, he's 29, he's 30. Who gives a shit? You have a problem. He's going to solve that problem. Jesus Christ. Can be this difficult? I hate Manchester United with all of my heart. But I want them to be good, so I beat them. And I know. Because now if you beat Manchester United, it's no story, it's no news. Because they're shit. Their fans know they're shit. So if you beat Manchester, oh yeah, Liverpool beat Manchester, oh yeah, that's fine. Oh, what was the scoreline? They are worried. That's what they are worried about. They're not worried about who won, because they know they lost. So they're more worried about what was the scoreline. It hurts me to see Manchester United go through this dark part, and then because I feel like Stads, they are the biggest club in England, the biggest. But I love Liverpool, and I want Manchester United to remain shit. As long as I can beat them, I don't care. I want them to remain shit. But it's sad for a great club not to be able to figure it out with all the resources they have. They've not realized that they have an identity issue. And they keep making the problem worse by bringing more problems into it. If you have a pot of soup and one meat is bad in that pot of soup, you don't try to find that meat because you probably have to taste it, which you're going to die. You just dump the pot of soup, and the fresh meat you have, you use it to create a new soup. If you try to dig into the soup to find the bad meat in that whole pot of soup, by the time you're done, time is gone. Everybody's left you. But if you dump it and create a new soup with the fresh meat you have, You figure it in time. So I don't think Manchester United's problem is the manager. I think it's the hierarchy. They need to leave. If they've not identified that as a problem, they need to leave. They don't need to be in charge. Thank you for watching. I hope you stick through. I hope you subscribe. I hope you like. I love to have a feedback. I love to share ideas, bounce ideas with other people. So you can hit me up to collaborate and all the good stuff. But thank you for sticking through with me. This is Good Vibes. See you again. Bye.